Welcome back, guys. There's one thing I forgot to do before we started. I said I was going to go revert to humanity so I can show you the co-op. Now this can be done with other players that are within 10 levels, I believe, plus or minus you. Or it can be done with NPCs. In this case, I'm going to attempt to show you the NPC fight. But that's going to be when we actually get the final boss of the area. Right now we're going to fight some mini bosses, I guess. And this can actually be quite a tough area as well. Oh, and by the way, you can see phantoms with other people in your world, which is pretty cool. Alright, so, well, one thing to note is every time you rest at a bonfire, well, not all, most enemies respawn. The mini-boss and stuff won't. Double stab. Okay. And that's why you gotta be patient in this game. You can't just go fighting at will. You really gotta pay attention to their moveset and... Oh, love that. It's funny actually on the bigger enemies because the animation is, well, you'll see. So, here's a mini-boss. We're gonna spawn him, and what you should do is kind of draw him away from the rest. Because you don't want to get caught fighting, or aggroing other enemies while, like, fighting these guys. Come on, buddy. Come in the open area here. Oh, I don't think you can backstab him. Oh, good to know. Not every enemy you can backstab, but it does help for, obviously, that critical damage. But we'll just... It's almost dead. Doesn't take much right now. I guess I'm going to make the beginning part of this game quite easy. Titanite shard, again, those are used for upgrading weapons. I think I just got invaded. Firekeeper Soul, these are great. These allow you, at a Firekeeper, to upgrade your flask. As you can see, mine's +6 right now. Yeah, I got invaded. So, when the fog walls break like this, or actually just show up in the area you're in, it means the player's trying to connect to me right now and invade me. And there he is. Alright, so, invasion time. Now, he appears as like a phantom. Not sure where he is. This is the downside to reverting to humanity. But hopefully we can take this guy. Don't know what level he's going to be. Because it can be you know, pretty much anything for invading in certain areas. There is somewhat of a formula to it. I don't really know what it is, though. I'd have to look that up. But anyway, just readying myself up. Normally it's kind of bad etiquette to heal and stuff during the fight, because the advantage that the person who's hosting the world, in this case would be me, because he invaded me, has is that they can actually heal. There he is. And obviously, you know, good etiquette to bow and get ready for the fight. So, it'll be a nice honorable fight, hopefully. This guy seems pretty good. So let's see what we can do with him. Yes, okay, let's fight out there. See, he's, I don't know if he's drawing me away from that area so I don't spawn other guys, which is very nice of him if he is. Okay. And that's the one problem with PvP, the lag backstabs. Well, and that's everything wrong with it. Hopefully next time that happens, we can show you actually winning. But as you can see, the backstab takes a huge amount of health off. Especially, you know, he had a pretty good weapon there. But alas, just nothing you can really do about it. It all depends on the people's connections that are trying to all mash together. And like I said, the downside of actually being human. So we're not going to do that this time. You got to experience it. We are going to just simply go up and fight the boss without the NPC. Maybe we'll do it in another area, be human. Wrong way. Alas. So you'll see now, so that mini-boss that I killed already, he will not actually respawn now. these guys again a little more cautiously this time. Grab my bloodstain, which is that green glowing orb thing there. And that gives me all my stuff back. The only thing it doesn't give you is the humanity that you wasted being human. Oh, and actually one thing to do, see that guy didn't respawn. But one thing you can do is come in here, and this will actually open up a shortcut to Firelink Shrine. And it also gives you access to get back to the prison, but we're going to do that later. So once you step on it once, we probably should have stepped on it and left, because that's still what opens it. But, you know, elevators, woo! So here we are back in Firelink Shrine. So you can, most places do link to here, but kind of require shortcuts. Like this one here to be unlocked. But, up we go. Ah. Okay, so up here is going to be I don't know. One thing I don't know, I'm definitely not an expert at this game. Oh, when this guy is holding his sword like this, he will parry any attack you do and come back and critical, so don't attack him when he's doing that. I don't know what he's doing now. So now up here, tighten that chart, nice. Actually, one thing I want to do is switch my rings. Because there's a channeler up here, a sorcerer, whatever you want to call him. And he is one of the rare weapon drops that I need, and it's a low drop rate, but, man, where's my rings? There it is. So we're going to boost my item discovery a little bit. So hopefully he drops it, and I won't have to worry about getting that again. But in here, this is also a dangerous area. There are a shit ton, you can see the channeler right there in the window. A shit ton of regular undead. Actually, now might be a... Oh, yeah, the channeler also will buff these guys, as you can see with that little glow that they have now. And they do a lot more damage when they're buffed. But thankfully, you know, this is a great sword, so it's got good reach. It's a little slow, but it does the job nicely for grouping of enemies as opposed to shorter swords. Let's kill Spellcast. He's not quite dead. Well, this will reach him. Can I get him? No. Okay. We're gonna have to go downstairs. One thing, these are crystal soul, homing soul masses, and if they hit walls, they disappear. And if not, just like that. So this guy actually might draw out the other guys in the front there. Well, looks like just the one. There's three of these knights over there. You know, we've seen them a couple times at this point. No big deal. It sucks. Oh well. There's another one out. There's two more there, but apparently there's only one more there now. See if we can get the backstab on him. Well, I just made it easy for us. Oh, you see there's some of the enemies do have Estus flasks too, so they can heal, but it does leave them opened up for easy attack. Okay, so we're clearing here. Up there is where we're going to go to finish this episode, but right now we're going to save an NPC, which I got to fight one more of these dudes. Okay, yeah, see, no defense when you're doing that. Same thing like you, it takes you got to do the whole animation for it to take effect, so if you do heal, don't do it directly in combat, kind of get away from the enemy a little bit. Also, this guy drops something. What does he drop? Oh, humanity. There we go, that takes care of the one we wasted earlier. But back here, oh, wrong door. Back here is where our next NPC is imprisoned. I believe you need the master key for this. I'm not sure if another key works.
Still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
So this guy's a bit of a dick, but we're gonna let him out. Oh, so it's the mystery key, the one we picked up before. That's what you need for this guy. Okay, hallway prompt. There we go.
Thank you. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later.
So these guys, you say they will, at least for a time, they have their own little story and they go on their own little quests. But they will, after you rescue them the first time, appear at Firelink Shrine, so you can talk to them there. But now we're gonna go fight the boss for this, and ring our first bell, and that should end it. Oh, that's a soul over there. You just go around the other way. We're not gonna bother with that though. Just some of those bonus souls I was telling you about. Okay, so if we were still human, there would be a golden summon sign here. You can also summon other players. They, I believe, are white. Actually, some of them, if they're in one of the covenants, it's golden as well. But let's go fight the boss. So like most boss fights in this game, you want to use a combination of lock-on and non-lock-on. This boss also has the first tail cut, which you just saw right there. So if you're going for all the weapons in the game, definitely want to make sure you get that one. Although this guy does appear later as a minor boss, so you can get it later if you do miss it here. Owie. So the second gargoyle should be spying around now, which is why I'm kind of willy-nilly attacking him. Because once that guy gets down to half health, owie, you're gonna get the second one spawning. And he's a dick. This bloody fire attack. The nice thing about it, you know, as you can see, he only has half health. We should probably cast some magic. Well, he's being an asshole. And there we go. Victory achieved, and the fog wall disappears. So now we go up and ring our first bell, which is the only guidance we've had in the game so far, and kind of make note of that, because you don't get a lot of guidance, which is also, you know, part of the reason why my first playthrough took so long. At one point I got lost for over 2 hours. Not at this part, later on. I'll get to that when we get there. But up we go. So once we get to the top of here, we're going to get our first bell. And actually I'll show you one more NPC before we end the episode. And just of note, one really cool thing about this game, you just saw the ring the bell there, but anyone in this area that is on the playing on the same server as me, because there are different servers depending on your area, location, connection, all that. It's just not a complete free for all. But anyone in this area, I believe it extends here to the forest, which we haven't gone to yet, Undead Burg, Lower Undead Burg, they can hear the bell when I ring it. So it's pretty cool. Good way to promote community. So let's talk to this NPC.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Kareem, the Pardon. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
So this guy, one thing to note about the covenants in this game, this is the only way to get out of a covenant that you're currently in without a penalty. And normally the penalty is, I mean, each covenant has 4 levels that you rank up in, which give you stuff for the most part. But if you want to leave him, you're going to lose basically half your rank in that covenant based on what things you need to do to get there. But if you go to this guy, you don't suffer any penalties for it. So that's how you do that. Request Absolution also absolves you of sin, which sin is basically killing non-hostile characters. But we don't have any of that. He teaches you the Jester. And he also sells some stuff. Indictment, if an NPC, or sorry, if a player invades you and you have some of these, you can actually report that player if he kills you using this, and it sends one of the covenants to go get him. But he sells, Kinetic Justice, which we already have. It's a miracle. We got that too. I also got some of this stuff, but he's most important for.
Thou art welcome anytime.
Well, he's got the one miracle that you need to buy. Other than that, getting out of covenants, and I don't have any. Whoopsies. Okay, that was the wrong button. Ah well, a little more humanity never hurt no one. Let's actually get rid of. I don't want that sitting there. I want my homeward bone. Where are you? There you are. And this will take us back to the last bonfire we rested at, so we don't have to run all the way there. Yeah, so here we are back at the Undead Parish, which is the last bonfire we rested at. And so when you do that, actually it does count as, resting at a bonfire, so all you need is back there will respawn and all that stuff. But anyway, guys, we will see you in the next episode.